Now here's where things start to get disturbing, because in the beginning of this video there's a teenage girl cycling up the driveway to his hotel room. Now when I first saw this girl I thought she was around 12 to 14 years of age. She looks very young. I've blurred her face because it's a girl Harley has had what he calls adult consensual sex with.
I have some evidence of the guy being an absolute emotional manipulator towards a young woman who confided in me about the whole thing. And it absolutely disgusted me. It disgusted me, and it made me really realise the kind of person that Harley Johnston actually is.
I just really want to get this story out there so that people, especially young girls like I was and like I still am, know what they're dealing with when they're interacting with, you know, Durian Rider Harley, because I did not know what I was dealing with.
As he was sitting beside me, I had my hair in a ponytail and he kind of ran his hand over my hair.
You're like 40 and I'm 18, and I don't think that we should be doing this because you're like so much older than me, and I don't think this is right.
I just started to feel sick.
Yeah, so I said I don't think we should do this.
He wrote on the computer, "Do you want to kiss me?" I said no and tried to laugh it off.
I kind of tried to just brush it off.
He asked me again and I said no again.
He kept asking those questions.
He asked me again if I was sure.
Yeah, he just kept asking,
and the answer was still no.
I tried to brush it off by saying, oh, I think they should just like keep their distance and wait, kind of like wait and see. But he didn't.
But he didn't respect my answer.
He then tried to kiss me.
He kissed me anyway.
And I kind of stepped back and I was like, I don't think we should do this. Like, I don't think I want to do this.
He didn't listen to my excuses.
He then tried to kiss me again.
And he continued to ask me for more.
And he then started asking me continuously why I didn't want to kiss him and why I wasn't attracted to him and why.
And Harley is constantly portraying himself as this white knight in the vegan community who is trying to stick up for young women and alert them to sexual predators.
Why is it so hard for rape victims, sexual assault victims to prosecute their predators, their attackers? Because it's really hard to motherfucking prove it. It's really hard to prove it. Unless it's on camera, unless there's witnesses, but then again, it's their word against mine. It's very hard to prosecute assault cases when there's no witnesses. Sexual assault, rape, very hard. They target vulnerable girls. They're very fucking manipulative. They're fucking predators. So they go after these kids. They go after quiet people who won't speak up. Very calculative, quiet ones. So these guys go to a potluck.
And it tends to be very specific.
And they can quickly work out who's going to be a good target, who's not going to speak up, things like that. When I used to be a criminal, you know, and we used to do crime, after a while you start to read people, you learn, you know, who's a danger, who's a threat, who's an easy target.
I kind of just blamed myself.
Most women out there, most girls, 16 and 25-year-old, they're so easy to manipulate, they're so easy to bullshit.
In a way that was like, maybe I'm being the stupid one here, maybe I shouldn't worry about this. And I kind of just said, oh, I don't know, like I just don't feel good about this kind of thing. Then he, you know, refused to use condoms.
In my experience, he has been the most sexually predatory person that I have come across in this community.
His actions really didn't align with that at all, the way he was treating me.
They exploit people. Basically, it's a lot of actions that don't line up with a lot of their words.
I had some personal, pretty intense problems in my life then. He said, I hope your daddy's proud of you for sleeping with a 40-year-old creep.
So this is a guy who's creeping around with teenage girls, and I was definitely justified in calling him a sexual predator, feeling that because he was harassing these girls. And he just harasses them again and again and again, and stalking them again and again and again, video after video after video, and going after it again and again and again and again. That's harassment, that's cyberbullying.
I just want him out of my life, and I just want to get this out there so that he can't do to other people what he did to me.
My name is Dana. Currently, I am a psychiatric nurse. I work with people with personality disorders and mental illness. I also worked at a domestic violence shelter where I worked with victims of all kinds of abuse.
He's got his phone, right, and he's looked over him and he goes, "Oh, what do you think of this?" I'm not in a skinny chick, so I'm in a chubby chicks and stuff, but he's looking and I'm just like, yeah, whatever, man. And he goes, "How old do you think she is?" The chick looked like she was fucking 14, 15 years old. And I'm like looking at him just thinking, is he thinking he wants to fuck this chick or what? What the fuck's he talking about? Like, my mind wasn't thinking he wants to fuck this chick. I'm like, I thought he meant, does she look fit? Because that's what he's into and all that sort of, lean and shit. And I'm just thinking, whatever, man, sort of thing. And then he's like showing the other YouTuber, and I'm just thinking to himself, he's thinking of fucking whether he should fuck this chick, and he's trying to get his approval from us two. That's what I thought. That's what I'm thinking later on. I just didn't click that he was thinking of fucking this chick. I didn't think he was thinking of fucking her, because that's not where my mind was going with it when he showed it to me. And then he was just like, and then within about another 5 minutes, he was just on his phone constantly, like just looking at chicks I could see. All right? And he's fucking messaging away, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go hook up with this chick. I'm going to go." So he gets on his bike. That's when he walked out straight past the fucking donation box and just fucking didn't donate shit. Went to hook up with some probably fucking teenage kid.
They might just say really weird things. I remember another weird thing that Jack had said to me one time was something about how all men find 14-year-olds attractive. What? That's disgusting. There's really no excusing that. Like, that's really disgusting for a grown man to find a 14-year-old girl attractive.
Neighbours and visitors suspected nothing.
Well, he was Wacky Phil.
Wacky Phil?
He was Wacky Phil. He had a funny, I don't know, he was always in a hurry and just different. He was just different.
But there was nothing there to say or to indicate that something was amiss.
So you didn't feel uncomfortable?
No.
You didn't get any strange vibes or any strange feeling from being in the house?
None whatsoever.
He thinks he's very smart. He thinks he's smarter than everyone else.
And see how fucking dumb people are. There's so many motherfucking suckers out there. They don't have a fucking clue.
And the thing is, when he doesn't get his way, his whole persona changes.
He was so taken aback and almost, I'm not sure, confused or angry that I said no to him.
Now that was terrifying to me.
What did he mean by that?
That he was very charismatic and manipulative, but if he didn't get his way, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. His whole personality changed.
You can't destroy crazy, bro. Well, if I can't destroy crazy, why is he trying so hard to silence me?